Well, good morning. It's day 2, 6:50. But we did leave camp at 6:30. That was pretty amazing. I'm kind of winded because we're over 11,000 feet. This probably explains why I had a pretty crappy night's sleep. I woke up a number of times, kind of like a shortness of breath thing. Usually when I was moving in my sleeping bag, like I needed more breath. So that was kind of a bummer. But I mean, you know, I was at sea level 2 days before, so I'm not sure what I'm really expecting. So, yeah, I didn't remember putting my micro spikes in my pack. So, you know, we got to make sure we didn't leave this. So we had to stop 10, 15 minutes into the hike. I had to take everything out of my pack because they were at the very bottom. That's why I didn't see them. So, good news is, one, they're not the bottom of the pack. Number 2, I know that I have them. So, Gabrielle slept okay. Took her a while to go to sleep, she said. So it was a pretty rough first night. Met a couple great guys we talked to for a while at the campsite where we're at. One's gonna do the whole JMT. But his pack's pretty heavy, I think. So I don't know if we're gonna see him again. But whew, oh wow. We just kind of hiked up the top of a peak thing right here. Out of Chicken Spring Lake, which is, you know, below us right here. So that's cool. So today we have a relatively level ups and downs. We are going to do, you know, a couple thousand feet climb and all that, but a bunch of down too. 16 miles is our goal. We have Rock Creek, which is one significant river crossing, although not dangerous, I don't think. Just, you know, we're probably gonna get stinking wet kind of thing. So that's the plan for the day. We're trying to get set up so tomorrow we can summit Whitney, which will be quite a feat if we can pull that off. So that's the plan. Oh yeah, I forgot my cold soak little coffee container, which I make my cold brew nitro Starbucks via in the morning. And I forgot the cans, or the plastic, you know, it's a peanut butter jar is what it is. So I didn't have my coffee this morning. Maybe that's why I'm so irritable right now. Anyways, that's it, hike on. Okay, I think I got myself together now. All right, so that's the top of the peak at Chicken Spring Lake. So we're down below there. So we have quite a view right here. We think that maybe Forester Pass way down there, which is coming up in a few days. But look at how little snow there is. I'm not being sarcastic here. I was expecting a lot more snow. To me, this doesn't look anything unusual. But I think the rivers are unusual. Yeah. That's because this has been melting so much. So you feel better? I feel better about that.
I feel great.
I feel great. Hike on. We're just kind of cruising downhill a little bit. We went to our first snow field. It's about 15 feet long. Because there are little patches of snow around here. And it was frozen though. So if you had a big snow field like that, definitely gonna want the micro spikes. And then we can just hop through it. Super pretty. It's got a nice view of the meadow. That's a massive meadow. I don't even know if there's a trail that goes through there. Because you can't drive to it. We just got some water for breakfast coming up. See the snow all around. But So we just walked over like kind of like really the first snow field. The water coming out of it was, some of it was frozen, so it got below freezing here. I don't think it got below freezing where we were at our camp. But look at that view.
At least the wind chill was below.
Whew. Ooh.
Is that the first trail marking we've seen?
Yeah. That was the artistic portion of the video today. That's around our breakfast. We hiked a little over 4, Gabrielle said. So we're about 10,500, something like that. We're getting kind of close to that meadow, but we're going to skirt the edge of it. So we've actually dropped down quite a bit. So breakfast, of course, you know, we're gonna have oatmeal there. Since I don't have my cold soaking peanut butter thing, I got to put it in there and mush it around for about 5 minutes, and I got to start eating. So, and I got my Garmin right here. Going to send Katrina a check-in good morning message. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. Yeah, bro, you're gonna heat up some what now? What are you doing? Oh, we don't want to interrupt her right now. She's doing her thing. We'll get back later. So the trail has a lot of crushed granite, and it's kind of sandy. Feels like a lot more than we expected. See that behind me? Thankfully there's a little breeze, otherwise it would be crazy hot in the sun. But I like the sun hoodie because I don't have to put any sun stuff on my neck or my ears or anything like that. So as long as the sun, as long as there's a breeze, I'll be good. So we're definitely, you know, in the Sierras. You can't really see it from here, but you know, there's big mountains between us and 395, and we're still kind of going away from them, it feels like. So, but things are going really good though. We're headed down there, and then to the right, there's a big meadow we got to go through. That's Rock Creek. Yeah, we're coming across the first meadow of the trip. So I'm looking west right now. Carol's getting a sweet picture. Yeah, that's really beautiful. Ooh, very nice place to camp. All right, first accident of the trip. You cannot see the damage because it's been, I don't know, bandaged and cleaned. Yeah, tripped and then fell over my trekking poles and would cut a face first. Got some nice blood here going. On the neck, you see that there? All the way down, not much there. So, Gabrielle nursed me back to health here. So, it was dripping all down my hand. It was super cool. And I got some blood spots. That's not from my head, that's probably from my hand. So, all right, back on the trail. We got a half mile till we get to the first big river crossing. It'll be fun. And it'll cleanse my wounds too.
Yeah, hopefully not, you know, infect them.
Yeah, don't say that. All right, so we're gonna cross this meadow right here. I thought that was Rock Creek, but Rock Creek is actually in the trees right there. And I just saw the water and it's going pretty good. So we're gonna get across this and then we're gonna figure out how to get across Rock Creek. My hand's doing okay. And there's footprints in the grass. Look at that. I don't think they're bear prints either. Gabrielle says time to get wet. Oh yeah. So we made it through a bunch of it. Made it through all that. She's doing pretty good. All right, my turn. All right, so here's our first big river crossing. We gotta figure out where we're gonna cross. Yeah, that's moving. I think we're gonna be okay. We just gotta find a spot here. Wow. Moving. where we crossed. We both made it. Which is pretty scary, but it's really flat on the top, so
Yeah,
it was
I just
okay.
was trying to not pay attention to the water rushing below me.
Yeah, we don't want to go there. We could have got out there if we fell in. All right, it's like this is one of the many crossings. Yeah, this is one of the many that we've done here. So we're just slowly making our way across. We've already made, we came down that, crossed all these streams, there's just a ton of them. And there's still some more. And then we'll have lunch when we get to the last stream. A lot of down trees. It's kind of tough with my hand too. It's still bleeding a little bit. But we're making it. We're going through some bogs here. Onions everywhere, really beautiful. Pretty tasty, huh? Oh yeah, there's a little stream here somewhere. You can hear it. Whew. Just kind of slog through it. See my feet here. Oh, yuck. Where to, G? I think we should go up. I mentioned there's like thousands of flies here. At least they're not biting, other than trying to lick the blood on my knee. No mosquitoes, thankfully. We're almost out. Gabrielle said she saw, oh, there's trail. She's right. Right there. Now all we need to do is get rid of the flies. Maybe they'll get be a little less intense. Whew. Well, that was not a lot of fun, actually.
No, it was not.
Yeah, I have my hat off in case I would drop it. I got my regular glasses on so I can see better. Time to do something. Salmon time.
Salmon and Frito time.
I got my Fritos, and I just had my, what did I have? Tuna and olive oil. That was pretty tasty.
I like to crush my Fritos in there.
Mine are pre-crust, and I didn't have to pay extra for those either. Nice, huh? All right, on with lunch. My pack is fully undone. I gotta put it back together. G is just relaxing right here, having a little honey. Get some more water down there. Then we're gonna get going here pretty soon, I think. A lot of flies. All right, so Gabrielle got me. Oh, great, got me fixed up here. So it's pretty gross. This whole thing was just wringing it out with blood and everything. So I definitely took a chunk out, but oh, great. Nice little stream right here. Could fill up our bottle. You know, how many times have we done that? Anyways, anyway, she cleaned it up really good. And it's got antiseptic stuff, by alcohol in it, neosporin type stuff, and then we put a Band-Aid on a piece of tape. So I think that's actually going to be pretty good. So we have about half a mile of uphill, and then it's kind of a bunch of downhill. We do have to cross another meadow at some point. So that's probably going to be boggy, and we got to deal with all that kind of stuff again. So, but ooh, the uphill's definitely starting here. See, Gabrielle's like, oh, it doesn't look like much, but it is. Anyways, so yeah, that's where we're at. And I think we're gonna get to camp by 6 for sure. It's just about 1:30 right now. I think we only have a switchback or 2 left. Getting close. Sun's fully blazing right now. It's slippery? Oh, okay. Whew. All right, my turn. So we just went up this big old thing of switchbacks from where we had lunch. That was, I think we misread the map on that. How many feet was that? Do you know? Okay, we'll let you figure that out. So now we're gonna go down. There's a meadow down there, and then we're gonna kind of swing around to the right of the mountain. We can't really see it, but she said we have like 4.5 miles left, and it's about 2:45. So we'll make it by 6, but it's gonna be a long day.
It's about 1,400 feet from the river.
Oh my gosh, no wonder we're so trashed.
Ugh.
I feel like this tree right here.
Yeah!
These are just some of the mountains we're seeing. These are the west of us. I don't know what they are. I think we're coming up on Whitney. We may be able to see the back of it coming up here. I don't know. All right, so we think Mount Whitney is right here. Yeah, but we're not really sure yet. But we got to go down to Lower Crabtree Meadow, and then we go to Upper Crabtree Meadow, and that's where we're going to stay tonight. We still have a couple hours, I think, if I can. Like we're going down so we can go back up. We go down there, and then it's like walk right up the chute. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Woo! It's going down there. There you are. Hey. Yeah, we gotta go down these. There she is. Let's see, switchback after switchback right here. So we just arrived at Lower Crabtree Meadow. Just the beginning part of it. So we are not camping here. No, we're gonna cross here somewhere on the meadow. And then I don't know if you can tell, but there's a raging inlet over there. That's what we need to cross. Pretty epic meadow, huh? Ooh. Woo! There's some trout in here. Wow. Okay. Feels good though. Oh, that's almost gotta protect the boys. I'm okay.
The legs feel nice after that.
That one felt really good actually. All right, move on. Yeah, this is really nice, isn't it? And that's a loud stream. Yeah. Woo! Look at this. A lot of water in that meadow.
Lots of water.
Well, this is the stream that was going into It's a meadow. Gabrielle says she's not sure we actually have to cross it. That would be fantastic if we didn't. Beautiful. Whew. Nice. Got to be getting close tonight. Woo! Let's go, G. Woo! Yeah, I went up too far.
You just kept going up.
I don't know what
It's nice and long.
I did. That was easy part right here. That was crazy. That was crazy. All right, we're almost to camp. So I guess we did have to cross that stream. There's a toilet down there somewhere, Gabrielle said. Maybe where that trail goes to. Oh, I see. No, I can't see it. So where are we at?
Crabtree Meadow.
We're at Upper.
Upper.
And here's a ranger station somewhere.
Yeah, 1 mile.
Is that where we're going? All right, that's where we're going. Got a bear box there. All right, we're almost there. Almost there.
So we'll cross over there on the way back.
Oh, okay. Well, we made it to our campsite at about 5:15 or something like that. We talked to a ranger and some other people and stuff like that. But we left at 6:30 and got here about 5:15. It was 16 miles.
16 and a half.
Probably 16 and a half. Our bodies are sore. So, anyways, I'm having some nice beef ramen tonight and a builder's bar. That's going to do it for tonight. What are you having, G?
Mac and cheese.
Oh. Wow.
And an almond joy.
I need to get some different bars. That's really good.
I've had some.
Oh, and some gummies. Oh, nice. Very good. Very nutritional. All right, we'll give you a full update on the day today. But in general, it was a really hard day. But we saw some really beautiful scenery. Oh, I mean, yeah, okay. Well, after dinner, we'll summarize here. Nice. Someone's got a flask. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of people in camps because we were at basically at the base, or not the base, but it's kind of like a base camp for going to Whitney. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, this is the Epic Day 2 summary right here. There are some mosquitoes around, so we will randomly flinch and swat at things. So, all right, what are the stats?
All right, I have 32,300
Phew.
steps.
Nice.
And for calories, I have a little over 4,000.
Sweet. All right, so for steps, I have, what did I say,
36, right?
36,000 steps. Good. For we did about 16 and a half miles today, you think?
Yes.
And I did calories, I had 4,000, 300 kind of a thing. So that was pretty good too. So, all right, so
you're moving that around.
I'm sorry, guys. My arm's tired. My whole body is exhausted right now. So, okay, so I fell, right? So I fell going downhill. Somehow I got mixed up with my trekking poles. I went down fast. So I did like a volleyball face first, arched up. So my face didn't get anything. Glasses were fine. In fact, my glasses fell off
inside your hat.
Inside my hat, my sunglasses. And I paused a minute. I was checking to an internal, everything okay. And then really it was this. But it turns out though that I did scrape up,
you have another one down.
Yeah, it's down here or something, but it wasn't that bad. And then I whacked the side of my knee, and that's really stiff right now. So we could, that wasn't because of the downhill. There's a little bruise right there. So yeah. that was pretty traumatic. So Gabrielle did the necessary things to clean it up, and then at lunch we actually fixed it up better. It doesn't look better, but it's way better. It's full of antiseptic and all sorts of stuff. So I think we're gonna be good.
Pretty good
Yeah.
Too.
So we both had a pretty bad sleep last night. I couldn't get enough air. It was weird, the elevation. And when we started hiking, it was the same way until lunch, and then after lunch that went away. Yeah. So I'm really stoked about that. I don't feel like I don't have that I don't even know how to explain that.
Oh, it's just altitude sickness, basically.
Yeah, I've never got that
I had a
before.
slight headache, but that pretty much went away after breakfast.
Yeah.
So, That was
It's just
nice.
weird, man.
Well, and then we just had downhill until the river crossing.
The river crossing. All right, so that was the first river crossing. It was Rock Creek, right?
Yeah, Rock Creek.
Yeah.
So the guy far out told us that, just cross the meadow and it'll be easy. Well, cross the meadow. You still have to cross the raging river after the meadow. So we went upstream because it was heard that there was a log. We found the log.
Yeah.
It was a great log, but then after we crossed it, you then had to traverse the other side where basically all of the other feeder streams are feeding into it. So you got to keep crossing. It's like
crossing bogs.
And it just took forever. And then we learned later that you could have crossed next to the ranger station because there was a ranger station right there.
Which we saw. We were right there.
And it would have been easy. So, but it took them 2 hours to figure that out. We did.
That's
it only
true.
took us an hour to actually do it.
Yeah, and to actually do the whole thing.
Yeah, it was exhausting.
Including crossing. So the crossing was... so the log was kind of flat and it had the bark on it. It was like a thin bark,
nice.
And it wasn't slippery.
You just didn't want to look down.
But yeah, it would have been not good. It was about 5 foot drop into some churning water and stuff.
Yeah,
it was scary. Okay, and then what was the next? Then
we had lunch. We had to kind of go uphill to get a little bit more water for lunch.
Yeah.
And then after lunch, it was just a series of intense uphills in the heat, of course, after you
sunburn.
Eat.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was just gasping for air.
Yeah, I felt better and better as the day got on. My body was just getting tighter and tighter, but I felt better though.
No,
from my backpacking perspective.
So we'd go uphill, then it would kind of flatten out, or do like a little bit of downhill, and then it'd be like, oh, this is great, and then it'd be like, oh, we have to go over that saddle thing.
Yeah,
and start going
just
uphill
one more
again.
saddle. Yeah, there's
so it happened over and over again until we got down into like the Whitney Creek area, which we ended up crossing that 3 times.
Oh, we had that cool crossing though. That was almost.
It was
pretty deep.
On my upper thigh.
Yeah,
so
it was pretty close. That was a beautiful one though. There was we could see fish in there, and there's a lot of fish in the rivers and the streams. We could see them.
Yeah,
that was kind of fun. Yeah,
but. The trail diverged right after that, and I thought the trail that we took was going to be quicker.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't have had to cross the river twice again.
Right.
So.
And one of them was pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took Dad a long time because he, for some reason, instead of going across, he was going across and up. So it took him twice as long.
But but I got a lot of practice. I felt really comfortable.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
No, we're getting better at that. So I think I don't think that stuff's going to bother us now. I think we're pretty good.
Better practice.
Yeah.
The weirdest part was when I was in the middle of the river and you look and you see the water raging below. You get like weird vertigo or something.
Yeah, I kept looking down.
And it was like I had to focus on my trekking pole. Otherwise, it felt like I was going to get dizzy and then lose my balance.
Which is bad.
So, look at something that's not moving.
Yeah.
And then it was fine. But
that's good.
It was a weird sensation.
Oh, I watched the water all the time so I could make sure my trekking poles, my feet were where I wanted them.
Oh,
but I did notice it just became this blur of white going underneath.
Yeah, I couldn't look at it too long. Otherwise,
it was really something.
It was going to get weird.
Yeah. All right. So what else? We got to the camp, talked to the ranger.
Yeah, we learned that it looks like there shouldn't be any snow that we have to walk through up to Whitney.
Yeah.
And then potentially there shouldn't be that much snow going up the switchbacks either. So we lucked out.
It should be pretty good. Yeah. And we talked to some guys that went over Forester Pass too, so we got some more intel on that,
and
which was
went
really good.
over the White Fork River, which is another big one that we aren't sure about.
Yeah, and they said that was pretty sketchy, but they think it's probably better now though.
Yeah.
So anyways.
We'll find out.
All right, so that's our summary for the day. So tomorrow we're going to get up at what time? Did you
waking
decide?
up at 4:15.
Okay, so I'm going to wait for her to say, "Dad, get up," and then we'll get ready. We'll probably have headlamps on at the beginning, maybe, because it gets dark right about 5. Well, anyway, it's going to be close, but we want to early start. We're going to get to the lake and have some breakfast, and then we can just wait there as long as we want if there's no snow. If there's snow, then we'll have to start right away. Yeah, so it should be pretty good. So, all right. Anything else?
No, it'll be a little over 14 miles tomorrow.
Yeah, a little so that'll be okay. Yeah. So it's been a good trip. Been a really weird, very different trip. There wasn't all the, oh, I'm so excited. It wasn't like that this time. It was more like fear and trepidation.
Well,
but we're conquering that, and I feel really good about that.
I feel better and better every day.
I do. Yeah.
The longer I'm on the trail, I feel, I'm focusing more on the trail versus my fears.
Yeah, and it's getting better. So we're emotionally, I think we're in a much better state than we were yesterday.
So I could break down crying if we make it to the top of Whitney. So.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool. That's a bucket list thing. Yeah, we'll get some good pictures. See, it makes you cry already, doesn't it? It's that good. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Yeah. Woo. Wow, that's where we're going tomorrow up there.
Somewhere it's like we go in, and then Guitar Lake and the other lakes are somewhere in there. And I don't really know where we're going.
We're not sure.
A hard day. 16.5 miles, 4 river crossings, and some tough uphill. 6:30 start out of Chicken Spring Lake. We made it up the climb out of the lake till Dad needed to go through his pack to make sure he didn't leave his spikes where we camped. Then a nice descent into our breakfast spot around 4 miles into the hike. We both were feeling the elevation this morning. I had a small headache, and for both of us, uphill was just hard on the breathing. Then we started the descent into Rock Creek. We knew this would be a tricky crossing. Far out comments said to find the log upstream, which we did. However, then you had to backtrack on the other side. We crossed so many little streams and bogs before meeting the trail again. Then we found out that there was an okay crossing close to the normal trail. After lunch, we got right back uphill. It was steep and my breathing was hard. The rest of the day felt like this until we got to Whitney Creek, which we crossed 3 times. There was a trail split and I didn't know we would have to cross it. We got to camp at 5:30, set up camp for 2 days since this is our base camp for Whitney tomorrow. Hoping for good sleep and recovery for tomorrow.